What's going on? What's going on? The magic machine tells me that I'm live. The magic machine tells me that I'm live, and I am. With about 5 minutes to spend with you people. 5 minutes. If I stick to my plan of attack, and if I stick to my word, and I hope that I do, and I hope that I'm true to my word. And the intention is not to make this title clickbait. The intention is to come true with this title. And I'm not going to honor my guests in the live chat. I'm going to honor you by telling you, hey, elephant in the room, hey, golden coin 100, what's going on, babies? What's going on, children? I love you. I love you. I love you. But, addressing the people that are going to actually click on this video, maybe possibly wanting to know as a player what you should do in regards to this whole OGL WOTC controversy. And I'm going to tell you something that I don't think you've heard from anybody. And this is to show you that there's some people out here. I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to tell you something. Tell you something. I think people run mind control games on people on YouTube. They act like I'm in your corner and I'm out for you and I'm one of you and I'm in your and we're all this together. And what is this? We're all in this together, man. This is like a fucking game, man. I learned long ago to like ignore all that. We're in this. This is a youth. Anytime people are like about music or like this is heavy metal fans, yeah, we're like it's cool, and baseball fans. But the minute anyone wants to be like, let's kick their ass because we're into the same band, or let's kick their ass because we're into the same baseball team, no one understands that this is like that's like when people have lost their mind and gone bananas. You're into something, you're into it, and you're a fan of something, you're a fan of it because it brings you joy and it brings you some fun and elation. But it's not a movement. You know what I mean? This is not like about, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, you can work out some psychology stuff and some, work on your, team building skills and stuff when you're role playing, and it's about something. But really, what it's about is about a leisure activity that some people are drawn to and have a proclivity to and stick with, and some people don't. And keep that in perspective. So when people start acting like, and so if you came to an activity or a hobby to have some fun, and instead of having fun doing that hobby or activity, you find yourself embroiled in all these fights with all these people about all these different things, feel free to say to yourself, why, how did I get here? And what am I doing? And do I actually have a horse in this race? Because there's a lot of people making a lot of videos saying this affects you too. And at the end of their line of argumentation is this: it affects you too because the third party creators are like a family with you and we're all in this together. The third party creators are going to end up selling you a product that they're going to charge you an amount of money for, that you're going to pay an amount of money for at a store or online retailer or what. And if you're involved in some sort of Kickstarter action with somebody, that's another transaction. All these things are transactions. There's no sort of buddy, club or some, it's us versus them. And understand that a lot of the people that are doing this whole it's WOTC or this and we're this, a lot of those people are not maybe even doing it intentionally. But they are yanking your chain. They're playing a whole bunch of mind control games on you, and they may not even know that they're doing it. Because they're fucked up about money. They got themselves into a fucked up place about money. Because the fact of the matter is this: that whole original, the place that these people have all got themselves into, they got themselves into. They fucking did. My heart goes out to the prostitute who says, man, he told me he was going to make me a movie star. He told me he was going to make me this. And I woke up one day addicted to heroin, fucked up, drugged up. Fuck prostitute. Yeah. These people keep on telling you this OGL's been happening for 20 years. This thing's been happening for 20 years. Look at the history of WOTC over the course of 20 years. This company has never been like a company that's been like, we treat creators amazingly and we're awesome to people. And these third-party creators have never been over the last 20 years saying, we love life under this OGL and we love life under this and this, everything's fantastic. They've always been saying WOTC's been fucking us. They've always been saying these guys are getting ready to fucking they're on our standing on our neck, you know, all the time. So anyway, what has no one told you to do? But I'm going to tell you to do. And if I tell you to do this and it makes sense to you, like, oh, geez, that's like some common sense advice that, like, I can't believe no one else has said, but this guy said it. So I'm going to say, this guy gave me some common sense advice that no one else has said to me. Dude, now's the time to buy before it all gets yanked, because Chris Gonnerman from Basic Fantasy and Iron Falcon has already said that he's getting ready to yank all of his products. So what did I do? This is not investment advice. This is not financial advice. Look, I didn't buy like a whole bunch of guys. I'm not gonna tell you what I thought, but you know what I mean. Like, it is what it is. But if people are talking about yanking products of a certain type, and you know that a certain type of product are are subject to possible scarcity, you assess if you've got you know liquid assets on hand, and you take a look at what's possibly available, and you assess the market, and you may make a decision to buy books. Not because the books are going to retain. I would never tell these collectibles. Never. I. This is financial advice. Do not do not collect books, games, CDs, physical media, albums, LPs, anything like that. Don't collect anything fun for appreciation, because you're going to end up, the amount of money you end up spending in storage fees is going to wipe out any return on the investment. Honestly, and the amount of your the amount of your inventory that gets eaten by moths versus the amount of inventory that makes it in a pristine state to the freaking convention floor and actually recoups. It's all friggin' I've hung out with media guys and media and used record sales guys and CDs and all these people for so long. I'm telling you, it's like the guys with the scratch tickets. Keep your eyes on the wins, forget the losses, and it's a hobby, it's an activity. We're playing time. We're live on planet Earth. So have fun. Make sure you're having fun. Don't get freaked out. Don't get upset. But if you start finding yourself in the place that you came to have fun, but you find yourself there upset, there's something wrong. So we say hello and goodbye to everybody in the room. I'm 3 minutes over my time limit. So let me pull a card and say I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 brand spanking new Wizards of the Coast, 5 ebooks in front of me. That this is a small percentage, a small portion of the books I ended up buying this holiday season because of the sale that I brought in on principle, but I didn't get a chance to share with you because I'm short for time. But we'll get to them, because I was going to talk to you about a homebrew campaign that I'm trying to do for my kids to get them involved. We didn't get to it because of time, but Tippity-o-tick, the perfect is the enemy of the good. We touch base and we give the advice. 2 of Pentacles. We give the advice, which is non-advice. Because you do something, it has an effect. Is the effect positive? Is the effect negative? The effect is the effect. If WOTC goes forward with the OGL as it's currently proposed, and the sky doth rend southways and the oceans turn to blood, then a certain number of the people will deal with it successfully and do well, and a certain number of the people will be unable to deal with it at all and fold. And should things go the other ways, other things will happen for other individuals. The point is this: no matter which party ascends to office, no matter which road we take, another branch will come. Another choice will happen. It is the nature of this earth. It is the nature which gives birth to the possibilities of nature. The two come apart so they can come back in together, back as one. Those who can surf will surf, whether it goes this way or that way. And those that can't juggle and can't cope, neither road will prove satisfying. The end will be the same. No matter where they go, there they are. The only solution for life is to learn how to deal with changes. And I think that is something that certain people need to be aware of. Nothing lasts forever. Deals change. Nothing that says irrevocable is ever irrevocable, right? You're a Jew in Nazi Germany. This is impossible. This can't be happening. Do you know how many people stayed too long simply because it was this can't be happening? It can be happening. You got to be flexible. You got to go with the flow. And I got to flow out the door or I'll be in trouble. Not too much trouble now because I'm not too late. But I don't want to be later. I love you. I love you. I love you. We say Adam Reamsey, Regid Source, Tim Frey, Jed Petty, Jonaside, anyone, Jen Q, anyone else who I missed. I apologize. Prag Magic coming, but I'm leaving as you. I was stepping out. He was stepping in. There you go. A little turn of phrase, little switch on the line. There you go. And the funny thing is, so I was in the midst of collecting Dungeons and Dragons 4th edition on principle. Little slice of history that I was collecting when all of a sudden Wizards of the Coast decided to put everything on sale on Black Friday for like $1, whatever. That was craziness. Now my kids want to play. But life is what happens when we're busy making other plans. And now they're canceling the OGL, so now we got to try and buy up all those books. No, we don't. We don't have to do anything other than go because we don't want to be late. I love you. Take care of yourselves. It's all silliness. It's all a game. And a ton of the people know that they're playing. Make sure that you know that you're playing too. You better be playing. If you're not having a good time, you're doing it wrong. Hey, James from Lamentations of the Flame Princess. It's supposed to be fun. Games are supposed to be fun, big guy. Games are supposed to be fun. I don't know if you got the memo. Broseph. Games are supposed to be fun. It's not chess. It's not a game of skill. Therefore, it's supposed to be fun. If it's not fun, this is like Quirkle or Sorry. It's not a game of skill. It's not chess. It's not Go. Therefore, your argument about no fun in these games can apply to a game of skill like chess and Go, right? I think that person, technically, but it absolutely cannot apply to Dungeons and Dragons unless you're crazy. You better relax, man. You gotta relax. You're gonna freak out, bro. You gotta calm down, man. James from Lamentations of the Flame Princess. You got a lot to live for. That chick is all right looking. You gotta calm down, bro. You good. I love you, man.